Alright guys, so we're going to be talking a little bit about parametric equations and how they can be integrated. So integration involving parametric equations. Alright, so usually in a parametric equation, you'll be given something like, say, x is equal to 5t squared and y is equal to, say, t cubed. Alright? And what you're going to be asked to do is integrate y dx. Now, the first question you're supposed to be asking yourself is like, where am I supposed to get the dx? Because we only got t's here, and we don't have a Cartesian equation. One thing you could do is simply use these two to form a Cartesian equation, or you could simply use t. Now, you might be asking, well, dude, how am I supposed to do that? Because you have to use dx here. Well, most books are going to, give you a nice little formula like this. Y dx over dt dt. Right? And all you gotta do is just put dx over dt here and put the t value of y in here, and magically everything will just solve itself out. With most students, that really won't be enough, because they really want a solid explanation as to how t can be used in integration. So say, let's continue on that question. X is equal to 5t squared and y is equal to t cubed. Alright? So, the first thing we do, remember, we're trying to find out the value of dx in terms of dt. Because we can only get dt here, not dx. Alright? Because we have t as a variable. We can do it through Cartesian equations, simply transforming them into Cartesian equations and then differentiating them, but that's too much work. Usually mathematicians are lazy, and we want to find ways to do things simply. So, the first thing we do is differentiate t with respect to x. So dx over dt is equal to 5 times 2 is 10 t squared minus t to the power of 2 minus 1 is essentially t. So dx over dt is equal to 10t. Right? Now, coming back to the old equation, y dx, we still haven't found dx yet. This is dx over dt. Where's the dx, man? Well, just like any other variable, these two variables can be put into different places. They can be swapped around. And that means that dx over dt is equal to 10t. You simply times 10t with dt to get dx. So dx is equal to 10t dt. Now, you might be thinking that, well, I've never really moved the dx anywhere before. It's kind of new. Well, dx essentially means delta x, and that means change in x. Alright? So instead of writing dx, we could have written delta x. Alright? But you might be tempted to think that you can't really move these, but you can. These are just like any other variables. This isn't a combination of two variables. It isn't. Alright? It isn't a combination of two variables. It just means a change in x. So essentially, what we're only moving around is an x value. So you can move these around. You can play with them. And therefore, you can manipulate these to your advantage. So moving on, you got to remember y, we got to integrate y dx, right? Now we've just found out that dx is equal to 10t dt. So y, integration of y, 10t dt. You see, you no longer need an x value. You no longer need an x value because right now you have to integrate with respect to t. Alright? So, we got to remember y is equal to t cubed. So we simply integrate t cubed times 10t with dt. And that essentially boils down to integration of 10t to the power of 4 dt. And that means we just simply add 1, t to the power of 4, so it will be t to the power of 5, and this will be 10, and we'll simply divide by 5, and that will give us 2t to the power of 5. That's your answer. Now, if we were told, say, the graph of this was something like this, okay, and we were told to integrate 2, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is 0 and 2. What we would simply do is simply transfer what we mean by 0 and 2 in terms of x into t, because remember, this answer requires t. You cannot put x values into this. You need to put t values. We need to remember that x is equal to 5t squared. Alright? X is equal to 5t squared. And so we have to essentially define 0 and 2 of x into t. Right? So 0 is equal to 5t squared, so t is equal to 0. 2 is equal to 5t squared. 2 over 5 is equal to t squared. T is equal to square root of 2 over 5. Alright? Just draw it a little bit nicer. Alright. T over 2 over 5. So, we would essentially have something like this. 2t to the power of 5, 0 square root of 2 over 5. Alright? And that would be your answer if you were to calculate it. Which I'm not going to do because I'm lazy.